Hey guys, welcome to another quick video. So I realize I haven't posted a video in quite some time, but I've been busy with my new job, but I have still been stacking in the background. Now, like I'm sure most people do, I like to keep a record of what I'm buying. Some of you may do that via spreadsheets or maybe even just pen and paper. At the beginning of this year, I did create a spreadsheet which I use to track all of my purchases. And there are some people on the Silver Stackers UK Facebook group who use my spreadsheet. But it was a bit clunky and a bit slow because it did use several web connections and the sites weren't always very responsive. So about a week ago, I decided I was going to make something new for myself. And the more and more time that I spent developing features, if you like, the more and more I realized that maybe some other people in the community might like a tool like this as well. Now, bearing in mind, it's not finished. Aesthetically, at least, it's not finished. I've been focusing on its functionality as opposed to how it looks right now. But I just wanted to run through it with you guys, and maybe you guys can point out some things that I'm missing, some features that would be good, and I can certainly look into those. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. So essentially, this will be the main page that you get when you open it. It is an Excel document. Now, the first page is going to show some very basic details. Firstly, you're going to have spot prices. Now, these are live spot prices. They're updated once a day. And right now I've focused on silver, gold, and platinum, but I could potentially add more in the future. And you can see those in these fields here. I have put them in grams as well as ounces as well. Below that, we've got the gold to silver, not ration. That's not right. Ratio. There we go. I do like to keep an eye on that, just more out of interest than anything. And that is also updated live based on the spot prices that are listed here. So there's that. The next thing that you're going to see here, again, its format and how it looks might change slightly, but the information will primarily stay the same. It's a high-level summary of your investment stack, and essentially it's going to cover these basic features. You get how many ounces total for each metal, silver, gold, and platinum. The same for kilograms. The total that you've paid for those metals, their base melt value, their spot price, essentially their junk price, your average price per ounce, and the premium that you've paid, if any at all. Now, if you are a premium coin collector, then obviously there's going to be a premium there, and I'll show you that again in a little bit. Now, you might see down the bottom there's several tabs here. A lot of these are going to be hidden. You're not going to see many of these, but the first three, at the very least, you will have access to, or they will be visible, I should say. But I will run through them and what they're doing. So spot lookup. This is the sheet that refreshes. It refreshes once a day. It could refresh every time you open it, but personally, once a day is enough for me, and it slows it down, the more and more this is refreshing, because it is a website query. But essentially, I've got three queries here. We've got the first one, which is here, which is the silver. You've got AG, which is silver, and you've got several currencies. Right now, I'm just focusing on British pounds, of course. You've got silver here, you've got gold here, and you've got platinum at the bottom. It's a very simple page, just gets the information from a website for me. The lookups tab, you're not really going to need this, but this is for a feature which I'll get on to later. But as you can see, it does have some details in here. Primarily, you've got silver metal fineness. So you've got, for gold, for example, you've got 750, which is 18 carat. You've got 24 carats. And it's the metal fineness. You've got some finishes and some mints. I'll go over these and where they come into play again in a moment, a bit later. Lastly, you've got chart data. Again, you're not going to see this, but every time you open this, it's going to get the live spot price, and providing it's a new day. So for example, there's already an entry for today on here. It's got the spot prices for today, so I won't put any more in for today. But when I open this document tomorrow, it'll put tomorrow's spot prices in there. And the reason that it's collecting these is for this charts tab down the bottom. Right now, there's only 1 point in them, so they're not very interesting to look at. But as you know, as time goes on, the more and more days you use this, it's going to build up more and more points of reference to populate these charts. It's hardly essential, you don't need the charts, but I just, I think it'd be quite kind of interesting just to see, those numbers over the past week or month or year even. So that is that. Now the main part, that's just the ancillary stuff, if you like. The main part of this is the user form that I've created for inputting your purchases, if you like. And I'm going to run through that with you here now. So what you do whenever you make a new purchase, you click on the add bullion button. The name's going to change, but yeah, it's just add bullion right now. And you get this little form pop up, which right now is called Stacker Tracker. I quite like that name, so I'll probably keep it. And you're going to get these several boxes here. You don't have to fill all of these boxes in, but I like to keep as much information as possible without going crazy. Just relevant information in my opinion. So we're going to fill it in now, just as an example here. So let's say we bought a Lunar Monkey, and the coin series would be Lunar 2. I think it's 2016 for a monkey. Don't quote me on that. I apologize if I'm wrong. Now, the lookup sheet that you looked at a minute ago, this is where some of that information comes into play. You've got a drop-down list here with various mints. Can add more. Right now, I've just got some, a handful on there. Can certainly add more though in the future. So in this case, we're going to go for Perth Mint, which is right here. And we're going to select the finish. This is where you can choose whether it's uncirculated, brilliantly uncirculated, proof, antiqued, or even hand poured if you have some of those lying around. But we're just going to go for brilliantly uncirculated right now. And this is where you can choose the metal. So it could be a silver, gold, or platinum. Ours is silver. Now, what I will point out right here actually is that when you click on the fineness box, you get the fineness for silver, because silver is what we've chosen. For example, you'll see at the bottom here we've got 0.925, which is sterling silver. If I were to change this to gold, then that fineness isn't available because it doesn't really exist in gold. I mean, I'm sure you could get a 92.5% gold bar, but it's certainly not a standard, a standard fineness for gold. So you've got the common finesses. Again, I can change these if you guys point out that I'm missing some obvious ones, but like you've got 0.916, which is gold sovereigns, for example. You've got 0.75, which is 18 carat, 585 is 14, and 376 is 9. Again, for platinum, I don't stack platinum, so I'm not sure if I've got these 100% right. Again, please let me know if it needs more options in there. But in our case, we're going to choose silver. We're going to choose 0.999, and we're going to input a weight of 1 ounce. Now, there are some tick boxes here, so you can choose whether you have a box for it, whether you have a certificate of authenticity. Get my words right. Whether it's toned or whether it's got any spotting. It's up to you. I'll leave them empty. No, let's say we got a bit of spotting on it. Why not? You need to pick your purchase date. So we're just going to pick today. You can put a purchase location. So I'm going to put in the dreaded eBay. This is a free text box, so you can put as much as you want in there. You can put the seller's name if it's an eBay purchase, or invoice number, whatever you like. You can type that in there. Now, one thing I should point out, as soon as I enter the ounce, actually I'll just reset this just to show you. As soon as you've put in the metal type, the fineness, and the weight, you'll notice that the melt value is calculated. That's purely for information. It's giving you the junk price of the coin you just purchased. Obviously, this is a premium coin, so we would expect to pay more than that for it. So we're going to input a total price of, let's say £22. One thing you might have noticed for the eGlide views there, as soon as I entered that price, the grams field was also filled in. That's just, I mean, if you enter ounces, when you put the price in here, it'll put the gram weight in. If you enter grams, it'll put the ounce weight in. So it's just to keep things complete, if you like. You can enter shipping fees, so we're going to say free shipping and no taxes. And as soon as you put the taxes in, it calculates 2 more fields. So the total paid, which is a combination of, you know, the price you paid for it plus shipping plus any taxes, and then premium paid. So for example, on this particular coin, we paid £22 for it, which is 50.38% over its melt value. It's, again, just for information. It's not really relevant with premium coins because premiums vary quite drastically. It's more for reference, just for information. It's something I like to know. Now, when you click the add record button, oops, let me put that back on screen. There's a couple of things going to happen. You'll notice this box behind me right now, the investment summary is all zeros. So as soon as we hit add record, that's going to change. So you can see it's now got a record of our ounces, how much that is in kilograms, total paid, average price per ounce, and the premium. Now, your main database, if you like, is going to be on this second tab, this yellow one down here. And if we click on that, you can see the entry that we just put in. And it's basically a duplicate of all the information that we just entered. And it's here in a nice, a nice sheet for you to look at. And you can, I will be adding reporting features as well, so that you could maybe like click a button at the, on the front page, for example, and it'll display a list of everything you bought this month. That kind of thing, or everything you bought this year, or every piece of silver that you own, or every piece of gold, etc. I will be adding those into it as well. Now, that is essentially it, but I'm just going to show you how some of the calculations work on the front page. So we're just going to add another coin here. Let's say it's a Queen's Lion then, and the series would be Queen's Beast. And that would be 2016 also. Mint is going to be Royal Mint. Finish is Bunk. Metal is Silver. Fineness 999. I'm not sure if that's 4 nines actually, but I'm just leaving it at 999 right now. Weight of 2 ounces in this particular case, because it's a 2 ounce coin. You can see the melt values popped up there, 29.26. We're going to put in Royal Mint Bullion. We'll get it direct from them. Why not? Purchase price, let's say £42, free shipping, no import taxes, and again you'll see you've got total paid £42, 43.54%. So what I would expect is when we add this, two things are going to happen. Our price per ounce, which is currently £22, should go down a little bit because technically this is £21 per ounce, and our premium should go down a little bit as well. Not that much, but it should decrease slightly. And there you go. Price per ounce has now gone from 22 to 21.33, and premium has reduced as well. But that is it, guys. It's just a sheet that I've been working on. Let me know if you think I've missed anything obvious out, any improvements I can add into it. I've quite enjoyed tinkering with it over the last week. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.